Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also please click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up, international rankings causes a stir, matchday official honoured by RFL, and we begin with the Canberra Raiders hooker saga coming to a conclusion. So over the past few weeks we were looking at Josh Hodgson and his career trajectory and where he was going for 2023. And it has been confirmed now that Josh Hodgson is going to go to Parramatta Eels after negotiations were concluded so that the Englishman can join the Eels in 2023. Hodgson will join on a 2-year deal to replace Reid Mahoney, while the fellow Raider Bailey Simonson will also join the Eels, but on an immediate effect. Simonson will join on a 3-year deal to return to Sydney, which looks set to pave a way for Nick Cotric to return home to the nation's capital. The Eels have lost several of their stars to big money offers elsewhere, including Mahoney to the Bulldogs, Isaiah Papali'i to the West Tigers, and Marata Nuikore to the New Zealand Warriors. Well, he's returning to the New Zealand Warriors. But after locking down skipper Gutherson, Parramatta have not wasted any time securing the Raiders duo's futures. Hodgson's futures in Canberra has been the talking point for months, and only a standoff over money denied him an immediate release to West Tigers. Sources familiar to the negotiations confirmed that to the West Australian Herald, Hodgson would join the Eels for the 2022-3 and 4 seasons. It is understood that he started messaging his Canberra teammates the news on Thursday afternoon. His experience will provide a huge boost for Eels, whose backup hooker Ray Stone pledged his futures to newcomers Redcliffe Dolphins over the last few days, and they needed some cover desperately, as I said, with Mahoney, who's only 23, informed the Eels a few weeks ago that he agreed a deal to take up a 4-year mega deal with the Bulldogs. Hodgson, though, has spent 7 years in Canberra and had no plans of returning to England to continue his career. Canberra's long-term hooker Tom Starling is due in court next month over an incident in the Central Coast bar in October. Simonson will join the Eels for the next 3 years and is capable of playing in the outside backs as well as playing fullback should Gutherson be injured. The 23-year-old grew up on the northern beaches, and a deal with the Parramatta club was finally brokered when he was promised a 3rd year. The Raiders are expected to pick up part of his tab during the 2022 and 2023 seasons. Departure of Simonson means that Canberra are in a position to lure Cotric back to the club after he has lasted just 1 season at Belmore. Cotric is also on the Tigers' radar, but he will return to a club who are hopefully locking down his services until the end of the 2024 season. Canberra will chase a utility to fill in the last spot on their roster. So we've still got Rugby League merry-go-rounds going on as we're coming up to the end of 2021, ready for the 2022 season. It's expected because Super League clubs have got their business done early due to not having the constraints of contracts only being talked about until after November the 1st, like they do in the NRL, but it's interesting to see who goes where and everything. So Bailey Simonson going to Parramatta Eels immediately, with Josh Hodgson going there in 2023. That could open the door up for Nick Cotric going back to Canberra from the Bulldogs. Don't know. It's only been 1 year, but I think he feels like he needs to go home. brought up in the Canberra area, brought up by the Canberra club, and feels that that's home. That's the one thing that we can work out, is that a saga, including Josh Hodgson, has ended. But Bailey Simonson, that was an interesting one. Didn't know where that came out from anywhere. Well, you tell me, are Canberra going to be stronger with Kotrick rather than Simonson? And do you think that they'll sign another hooker ready for the 2022 season? Answers on the postcard or in the comments below. So we've been hearing about the realignment of the Rugby Football League and Super League for quite some months now, with Ralph Rimmer, Simon Johnson, Ken Davey, all being involved in the realignment. And one of the things that have just come out in regards to the RFL and Super League is that the structure of the Professional Rugby League divisions will remain the same for the 2023 season, meaning promotion and relegation will continue in 2022 as per last season. The arrangement was confirmed at a meeting of the Rugby League Council on Wednesday, as the clubs received joint updates from Super League and the RFL around discussions on the future of the game. There will be no change to the number of teams in each division either, as 12 clubs will remain in the Super League, with one team to be relegated and one team to be promoted at the end of next season also. Similarly, there will be 2 teams going each way between the Championship and League One at the end of the year, with the second tier to remain a 14-team competition into 2023. However, a statement with the discussions by the Strategic Work Group continue about the best way to reshape and continue to grow the sport, which could pave a way to changing of structure for 2023 and beyond. Well, beyond 2023 in this case. It is also said that the progress continued to be made on the realignment of Super League and the RFL, with the possibility of an announcement coming before the end of the year. The discussions are progressing constructively, said the RFL chair Simon Johnson, seen here. It is reflective of a mood of genuine cooperation within the game, that such progress has been made over the last 2 months. We continue to talk and try to reach the finishing line. The regular December council meeting presented the opportunity to update the clubs on the progress and will provide clarity for all about what will be at stake in the 2022 season in terms of promotion and relegation. After the unprecedented challenges of the last 2 seasons, there is every reason to be upbeat about what lies ahead of the 2022 season. Ken Davey, the Super League chairman, added, "A considerable amount of time has gone into discussions. I believe the can-do and solution-driven spirit with which both sides have approached the talks will ensure the sport will be in a stronger position to be able to take advantage of the exciting opportunities in the future." There were other decisions taken on the meeting, as it included an extension to Claire Balding OB's term as of office as the RFL president to December 2022, partly reflects the unique circumstances of the last 2 years and the delay of the Rugby League World Cup. Sue Taylor, who represents the British Amateur Rugby League Association, BARLA, on the council, and became BARLA's first female chair in 2013 after more than 4 decades involvement in the community game, will make another slice of history next summer as she's been nominated to be the RFL Vice President from July 2022 to December 2023, becoming the third woman to hold the position after Kath Hetherington and Pat Crawshaw, and will also form the first all-female president and vice president team with Claire Balding. To that intent, that Mike Smith, who has been the vice president since December 2020, will continue to work alongside Claire Balding and Sue Taylor until December 2022 in a new role as a deputy vice president, following the expiration of his term as vice president next July. The council have also approved the Roll of Honour, the RFL Roll of Honour of referee Tony Martin, after he has been given well over 3 decades of outstanding service to the game as a match official, including the first 25 seasons from 1996 to 2020, as one of the competition's most respected touch judges, and also immense contribution to the community game, especially in his native Oldham. My teeth are back in now. His major match appearances include 10 Super League Grand Finals, 5 Challenge Cup Finals, and the 2000 World Cup Final. Tony Martin becomes the 44th name on the RFL Roll of Honour, which was introduced in 2003 to recognise individuals who have made an extraordinary contribution to the game across both playing and off-field services. So a referee being acknowledged, a touch judge being acknowledged for his professional and amateur game contributions. It's as they said, it's only 44 people that are on that list, and he's in the top 50. Thank you for your service to Rugby League, Tony Martin, and you are, as they say, you are respected as a good official. So hopefully there'll be more referees acknowledged that way, and we can acknowledge referees, touch judges, TMOs, whatever you want to call them, as part of the game and respected duly. But some positive news from the RFL concerning the game as a whole. And finally, a small story about the development of Rugby League outside. Well, in Europe, where the European Rugby League has opened an invitation to tender for the right to host an inaugural European Nines competition in 2023, as part of its drive to expand the landscape of international competition. European Rugby League is seeking a host that can demonstrate the capacity to deliver the tournament and increase the value of the European Nines competition as a commercial property, with the short form version a perfect weekend event for both players and spectators alike, like us. It is anticipated that the championship will cover both the men's and women's game. We are very excited to invite our members and their partners to tender for the 2023 European League Nines competition, said David Butler, the ERL General Manager. We've seen the Nines generate a significant amount of interest, and the fast and frantic nature of the game makes it a perfect spectator sport. The event will give the game in Europe another platform to showcase itself. So including the Nines competition into the international calendar would be a great thing into growing the sport Europe-wide even, so that we can get the word out. It's our fantastic game and we need more people to play, and it becoming an international event would mean that people will get to know the sport more broadly. They have said that interested organisations should submit a written proposal no later than 5 PM UK time on Monday the 21st of February 2022. And on their website, they have a document to tender option, which can be downloaded directly from their website. But in the other side of the international game, the International Rugby League Board have caused a little bit of a murmuring when it comes to their release of the international rankings. So these rankings are rewarded on a point scheme, and the points are awarded for each match each team have played based on results of the match, i.e. win, lose or draw, margin of victory or defeat. Larger margins will have a greater value to the rankings. Relative strength of opposition faced, if they are playing against a ranked higher team than others, that will give them a great, if they're facing somewhat of a team that is higher ranked than them, they will get more points because of that. The date of the match, more recent matches are weighed more heavily. A result in the last 2 years will be worth double a result in 3 years ago, and 4 times a result than 4 years ago. And the importance of a match. World Cup matches are ranked top following in the order of World Cup qualifiers, regional championship and one-off international matches. The points are used to create official world rankings by ordering the teams by virtue of the points gained over the 4-year spread. New Zealand are number 1 ranked nation on the men's international scene, with World Cup holders Australia falling to 4th ahead of next year's tournament. In addition, Australia are number 1 in the World Women's Game, while France are the team to beat in the wheelchair game. So with the top 4 being the Kiwis, England and Tonga overtaking the last World Cup winners Australia. It's all because Australia have won just 2 of their 4 tests since beating England in the Final 4 last year, the Final 4 years ago. International Rugby League chairman Troy Grant admitted that the results were skewed by the fact that only a handful of nations have played tests since the outbreak of coronavirus during the pandemic in early 2022. But here's the rankings again. While Australia have moved 4th from their 2nd position at the end of 2019. However, they lost to Tonga 2 years ago. England beat France in Perpignan in October in their only test match in the last 2 years. The big winners are Serbia, who have risen 6 places to 9th spot. They have won all 4 of their international matches in 2021. Grant said, on the one hand, it is good to have enough fixtures played in 2021 to run world rankings. On the other hand, there is some volatility in some of the placings being due to the skewed nature of who was able to play fixtures and who wasn't. The overriding principle of any sports ranking system is to see endeavours on the pitch and reflected on the ladder. That is certainly evident here. We're all hoping and expect that during 2022 and into the World Cup, we will see a significant number of international matches played, and this will in turn reflect back in the world rankings. On the positive though, Australia and New Zealand retain their positions as 1st and 2nd in the women's rankings, but England have closed the gap after beating France and Wales in 2021. Wales and Ireland recorded their first qualifying results and entered the international rankings for the women's game at 13 and 14 respectively. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to continue to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as continually pressing that notification bell for any updates and new videos that come in the coming days. Tell me what your thoughts are on the video today. Do you think that an international calendar with a 9s project run by the European Rugby League would be a good idea? Do you think that the international rankings are as skewed as what Troy Grant has said? Where did your team come on the rankings? Let me know in the comments below. And Josh Hodgson, we finally got an answer to where his destination is for 2023 and beyond, and that's the Parramatta Eels. Do you think that's a good move for both clubs, the Eels, Hodgson, and also the Raiders? Again, comment below. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to help us grow this channel, grow this sport, so that we can grow the game. That's my own mantra. Grow the game. You can see it in the bottom left corner underneath my my Twitter account. But in the meantime, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please stay safe. All the best, and I'll see you in the next video.